TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube family. The Dave Cave is live from the LET stage. Let's go. What's happening? Let's go. All right. I started my journey way back when in 1994. I came up here from Dayton, Ohio to be a systems engineer for a company called EDS. Now, my point was that, hey, it was a little rough transition, right? There's three things I love about Ohio. One, I love my family, of course. I love my Central State family. That was our theme song in the band, right? I love my band family, and I love those Buckeyes. Now, I know Buckeyes and Michigan don't go well, but look, I got two sons. I got one at University of Michigan. I got one at Michigan State. So I'm all in, all right? So we good here. We good. It won't be a problem here, right? It won't be a problem. Okay, so my whole point was that in that turbulent time, I said, well, what can I do a little different? Well, like I said, I had band roots, and my band director, he had what was called an itinerary. He had a philosophy. He said, on time is late and early is on time, right? So I said, okay, I'm gonna apply that to corporate. It still wasn't really working, so I had to go even further in my band roots. Now, if y'all remember, if you're over 40 like me, I'm a little more over than 40, but if you're over 40 like me, you had to take band, right? And you remember they used to say something like, every good boy does fine is the notes on the line. No, okay. Every good boy does fine are the notes on the line, okay? The notes on the space is your face. Oh, now we go. Audience participation. So FACE. Now the fifth one is G. I'm gonna give you that as a bonus later. Now, F, formulate a plan. You need to adjust. You need to understand the culture. You need to evolve. And then you need to give that plan to God, okay? Now, F, reason why I said F, I formulated a plan. I was, again, a musician. I was just living my life, letting my life be planned by my day instead of planning my life. And I met this beautiful young lady, and she said to me, you know what, if you want to get with me on Saturday, you better get with me on Wednesday. I said, it must be the water up here. What is going on? I had never heard such crazy thing, but that meant she valued her time. Do you know after 25 years, almost 25 years, she's still the same way? I still got to tell her on Wednesday what's happening on Saturday. Talk to me. People don't change, but they change you. Now, so the whole point is that I had to adjust because I wanted to be with her, right? You're going to have to adjust through some adversity, right? That's the A part. C, understand the culture. Now, if you've been in Michigan longer than 5 minutes, you know one thing. They drive fast up here, right? They drive fast up here. They going to drive fast. So the speed was faster. So I had to be faster, right? I had to adjust. I had to adjust to the pace. So even work, it was a faster pace. They was putting all this stuff on me, and I was doing what they call, I was overworked, underpaid, but I also was over-promising because I thought I could handle all that. I was young, dumb, and full of, okay, y'all know that one now, okay? So the point was, I said, oh, y'all with me now. Okay, so the point was that I said, okay, I got to do better. So I had to evolve. And look, I had to evolve. I was looking at every 5 years, 10 years, something like that. No, I had to evolve every year, almost every month, because I had to get better, right? So I said, my real roots is that good old-fashioned church. Now, I was drugged to church. That wasn't one of those, I was willingly going to, and I was drugged to church. And, but one of the things I heard, two things I heard from him. He said, you can give to the church without loving her, but you can't love the church without giving, right? That's what he said. And then the big one he said was, given it shall be given unto you, good measure, pressed down, shaken together, shall men give it to your bosom. That's Bible right there. That wasn't just him saying, but that was Bible. So I said, how can I give? I got God because I needed help. I said, how can I give? And I came up with this. It's called DDT. Now, I don't mean Jake the Snake move, right? Oh, y'all remember? See, okay, now we got an audience now. We got an audience. I don't mean Jake the Snake move. I mean going to the doctor, the dentist, and the therapist. Now, the first doctor you need to see, literally, is the eye doctor, right? The optometrist, right? I understand it because my son, he was squinting. He was up. We were at church. He was up front, and he said, I thought he was a real go-getter. He couldn't see. That's why he was up front. I said, oh, so we found out he needed to go to the doctor, right? And some of us, even our infamous leader, I think this is the Sean Fair thing, he wears glasses, but he don't want to wear them. So I just tell hey, I'm just here to let y'all know you need to wear the glasses that's assigned to you. That's what I'm saying. The next one you need to see is the medical doctor, right? That doctor, now look, I get it, because 39% of people 39% of men and women see the eye doctor. That's 39%. 65% of men don't see a doctor at all, right? I already know that, all right? I was one of them. But now, I got to fault the doctors for some of that, too, because what they did was, when I was in my 20s, like the young man that came up earlier, they said stuff like, just wear a condom, everything will be fine. What kind of cure is that? I wasn't even there for that, right? So I was able to adjust, and I said, okay, well, I'm thinking I'm invincible, right, because I'm in my 20s. And so then my wife and I were getting married, and I had a purple toe, right? I was embarrassed. And tough acting to Tinactin wasn't working, right? I kept spraying, it kept being purple. Oh, y'all with me here, okay, now. So I would spray it wouldn't work. So I said, man, what is going on here? So I had to go to the doctor, take the medicine. Now, the other C in there is cheap. Don't be cheap on yourself. Right? I didn't want to spend the money for the medicine to fix my toe. Now, don't that sound stupid now? Looking back, that don't even make sense, right? Does it? Now, but the next one the other D you want to see is the dentist, right? 64% of men don't see. So, men, why are we here? You don't go to the doctor. You don't go to the dentist. Okay, that's a whole nother thing. Don't go to the dentist right now. You go to the dentist twice a year. You go to the doctor once, and you go to the eye doctor once. It's real simple, all right? So the dentist, what he does, he tells you if you got gingivitis, you got gum disease, if you got plaque buildup and all that kind of stuff, because they can also tell you what's going on in your body. Your mouth leads to what's going on in your body as well, right? So I go to the dentist twice a year. My dentist tells me, like, example, my wife says, hey, you know what I always liked about you were your pretty teeth. And I knew you had benefits. And I told her, I said, well, you didn't know too much because I hadn't gone to the dentist for a mighty long time. Right? For 10 years, I did not go to the dentist, really, because we were poor. We had the benefits, but again, we didn't use them. It was a spiraling effect. And so what I did was I said, okay, I finally went at 18. I had one cavity out of 10 years. I think that's a good ratio, right? But then when I got up here, I was 23, and from 23 to 26, I had 4 because I was finally unleashed, right? I was able to eat all the candy I wanted. 4 cavities in 3 years. Amazing, right? From 10 to 1. You see what I mean? It just happens like that. So what I did was I said, okay, I got to go the next step. And like I said, I've been married almost 25 years. I needed some therapy. Now, it's not just from her or from me. We both needed it because I had childhood trauma. I had that thing from my parents getting divorced when I was 9. I had, it was the things about the abusive relationship. I saw craziness. I grew up in the hood in Dayton, Ohio. It was crazy. And then when I finally met my wife, I said, okay, we needed some kind of counseling. And I remember my even more trauma I had when I was a young adult. When I was that same doctor that told me wear a condom, I was on an internship, and the joker said to me, he said, well, I'm pulling you over because you're wearing a purple shirt because you're a black man. I said, so look, I was smart. This is not a smart thing to do. I said to him, so every black man with a purple shirt on today is guilty? Now, they had 6 guns. Again, I was in my 20s, so God respects fools and children, so I was both. Now, so the point was, I said, okay, I still need some therapy, right? The last one was even at my corporate job, when I was up here, they put a noose on my desk saying, oh, David, you really hung yourself at that call. And I said, the devil is a lie. Okay, I had to adjust to what was happening, right? So again, man, you need some kind of therapy. You're going to make sure you do that kind of thing. So get this. One thing that happened to me was I had what was called prediabetes, okay? And it was really severe. My A1C, my sugar level was off, and they said, look, you got to get on something. So I got with a company called Omada. They sent me, I thought it was a spam email. They sent me an email, and they said, you got to do 3 things. The 3 things is this. 1, I had to measure myself every day. They gave me a scale. I had to put myself on a scale every day. 2, I have to measure what I eat, food, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I had to measure every single one. Not just measure, I had to keep track. Everything about keeping track. And that's what I had to do. So if you need to get a hold of me, understand this, live from the Dave Cave, I'm at MrDDWilliams.com and MrDWilliams@gmail.com. Amen? All right, take care. God bless. Amen.